standoff continuing in the upper house in Parliament while the lower house has been adjourned till 11:30 a.m. But meanwhile, breaking news coming in, key office bearers of Pollachi and Coimbatore AIADMK to move across to the O Panneerselvam camp. So O Panneerselvam seems to be now garnering support from AIADMK leaders. He's also in fact reportedly holding meetings with the state's DJP, the state's chief secretary. The twists and turns continue as far as this political standoff within the AIADMK is concerned. With Sasikala legislators, they are expected to meet, in fact, Governor Vidyasagar Rao, with whom the ball lies at the moment as to what should really be the next step or next course of action constitutionally, legally. But meanwhile, Panneerselvam not willing to back down. Remember, it's been 48 hours since Panneerselvam went and meditated at Jayalalitha's memorial, and after that came out all guns blazing at Sasikala, saying that he was forced to resign from the post of the chief minister. He wasn't even aware of the legislature party meet that had happened that Sasikala had referred to. Sasikala in return had of course blamed him and alleged that he was a traitor. Okay, let's go across live, in fact, to Akshita Nandgopal, who is joining us from outside the residence of O Panneerselvam. Akshita, tell us what all is happening. We believe a series of meetings underway there.
Absolutely, Smita. You can see right behind me is the gate that leads up to also Panneerselvam's residence. It's about meters from here, but a lot of activity in the sense that we've been seeing a lot of supporters who are also coming here to show the support for the caretaker chief minister. But as you pointed out, a crucial meet that took place earlier was with the DGP, Mr. Rajendran, as well as the CS, Girija Vaidyanathan. Both of them were here. Reportedly, there are discussions on to ensure the change or transfer of the current Commissioner of Police, Mr. George. Panneerselvam is for changing the Commissioner, so they're discussing how they can go about that. Also with regards to discussions on the Post Garden front, we broke here on India Today First that there are discussions on that the Chief Minister is looking into making Post Gardens, the Post Garden residence, Veda Nilayam, into a memorial for Jayalalitha. So reportedly in this meet, he also discussed the possibilities of taking steps forward on that front. So the Chief Minister, Panneerselvam, here clearly not backing down. And as I've said earlier, Smita, he has a couple of tricks up his sleeve. You know, as far as the number games are concerned, Sasikala may be acing them, but, Panneerselvam is making a steady climb. And besides that, he seems to be pulling out a lot of other measures that could stop the Sasikala juggernaut. Number one that we're seeing, of course, is the Jaya Memorial at Post Garden. Another that also he has done is saying that he is the AIADMK treasurer to go ahead and freeze the bank accounts, that nobody can withdraw any money from the account.
But Akshita, you know what we are also breaking on India Today, that the key office bearers of Pollachi and Coimbatore in AIADMK have moved across to the Panneerselvam camp. Tell us, will these office bearers be in a position to really sort of talk into the MLAs who have gone into huddle?
Well, we'll have to see really, because Smita, what we have to keep in mind is that these MLAs are under considerable pressure. To think that they're not under any duress is out of the question, because, we've seen the kind of sentiments from the people itself, and in places like Pollachi and Coimbatore, Trichy, we're seeing protests also slowly taking place. A lot of people are coming together to demand that O Panneerselvam be given support, the necessary support from MLAs. We've seen it even in a district like Shivaganga, where people have been coming together to demand that their MLAs, their representatives actually back O Panneerselvam. The question is now, will these MLAs defect over to the Panneerselvam camp? As we've been telling you from yesterday, Sasikala seems to have almost put them in a corner, huddled them together, ensured that no one can get in touch with them.
Right.
But the question is, when it comes down to the D-Day of ensuring that they show their support, will they actually go ahead and show their support for Panneerselvam, listening to the voices really of their people?
Akshita, do stay with us. In fact, we'll come back to you and also try and get a sense of what is happening behind you outside O Panneerselvam's residence. But meanwhile, there's more breaking news that's coming in. As far as the DMK, the opposition DMK is concerned over this political fight in AIADMK, MK Stalin, the DMK chief, has issued a statement that the governor should look into the wish of the MLAs who have been taken as hostage. MK Stalin has alleged that the political situation in Tamil Nadu is very unstable and the acting governor visiting today should immediately react to it. Stalin has also alleged that AIADMK MLAs were transported through a tourist bus to a resort and are being kept away from the people's view. The chosen representatives of the people being held as hostages against democracy is what he has claimed.
இதுக்கெல்லாம் நான் பதில் சொல்லி என்னுடைய நேரத்தை என்னுடைய தரத்தை நான் குறைத்துக்கொள்ள விரும்பவில்லை. நாங்கள் என்னைக்கும் ஆதரவு தெரிவிச்சதில்லை. பன்னீர்செல்வம் தலைமையில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அரசு அதுவும் சில கொள்கை அடிப்படையில் நாட்டு மக்களுடைய பிரச்சனையின் அடிப்படையில் சில சட்ட.
And let's if not cut back live again to Akshita. Akshita, clearly as far as the DMK is concerned, this is a solid opportunity for them to fish in troubled waters here. But do you have a sense that any of the leaders, DMK has managed to tap into them from the AIADMK camp?
Well, first of all, Smita, I think the DMK is now pushing for fresh elections as well. So that is a new frontal attack that they've posed now, keeping in mind the kind of war that we've witnessed. The DMK largely, sources had indicated that the DMK is willing to support Panneerselvam. And we saw some sort of camaraderie, as much as Panneerselvam's camp would like to deny it, saying that, the DMK is not on their side. Even in the last few weeks, in the run-up to this tension that we witnessed in the assembly, we did see the DMK in, of course, a candid way say that they do support Panneerselvam as the chief minister. So will that play out in another way is the question. Was that just political, some sort of political gambit that we witnessed there, where the DMK was assuring the government present, not really Panneerselvam's faction, but the government present, that they are supporting them is the question. The DMK at this point has nothing to lose. They will try to make the most of what we're witnessing here. They have put the onus on the AIADMK now, saying that governance is taking a hit here in Tamil Nadu. So we could be seeing the DMK really pushing for fresh elections in the state. How far it can happen? Well, it seems highly unlikely at this point, because we do know that there are MLAs present, that Sashikala Natarajan does have the numbers. But if it comes down to that, Smita, the question is whether by any chance the DMK will offer support to Panneerselvam. That could really change things around.
Okay, crucial piece of information there. Akshita is passing on to our viewers that the DMK perhaps now pushing for fresh elections if it can be shown as a constitutional breakdown in the state. Remember, our team of reporters tracking the story very, very closely on the ground, experienced voices and people who are getting you the complete 360-degree coverage of what's happening in Tamil Nadu.